What's up, guys? I'm BTC. Welcome back to Overwatch Agents, where we review match replays to catch the cheaters and throwers who try to ruin the game. If you have a replay to share where you think someone was cheating or throwing, you can send it to me along with the info on the screen. Let's get started. Here's an interesting one. We haven't seen something like this in a little while. We're going to be looking at the blue team Sigma, who is on a pretty low-level account. This is very obviously going to be throwing in an attempt to derank the account, which is almost certainly going to be a Smurf. But the thing is, this player, even though they're throwing, is not actually playing the game. This person is so lazy, they don't even have the common courtesy to throw the match properly, to throw it themselves. Instead, they're using a bot or a script of some kind. What's going to happen is you're going to see this character constantly move over to the capture point or to the cart and then just attack and use abilities whenever they're available in order to make it so that, one, the character looks like they're kind of playing, and two, to make it so that they don't get kicked for AFK. This allows the player, in order to just keep queuing up for these matches, never actually needs to play anything, probably doesn't even need to press a single button other than just, you know, find a match. And that's about it. You can see, gonna again move over to the cart and just keeps doing that. This is very obviously throwing in an attempt to derank. This kind of behavior needs a permanent ban. This isn't like someone getting frustrated and then just deciding to throw or whatever. This is someone who is deliberately deranking the account, you can see, and gonna get taken out here. And once more, we're going to see when the character respawns, going to follow the exact same path as the previous time. And then, again, it just makes a kind of a straight line to where the cart is. Now, what ends up happening is after the team switched sides, one of the other people on the team got super frustrated with this bot, didn't want to waste time, and ended up leaving the match. And if we skip forward a little bit here, you're going to see that as soon as the timer is done for all the other players, they're just going to start leaving. There goes the Widow, and the Mercy should be leaving pretty soon as well. There she goes. And then for the entire rest of the match, this Sigma, the bot, is just going to follow the same pre-programmed pattern and just continue to run outside the spawn in the same way and get taken out by the Bastion again and again and again, because apparently the bot doesn't have any commands to actually leave the match. So just sits there and just keeps doing it. This person, very obviously throwing, deranking. This behavior is unacceptable and absolutely needs a permanent ban. This is a special treat. We've got a thrower in more than one match. This is the first match. We're going to be looking at the Torbjorn on the blue team. He is throwing and deranking this account. You can see he goes AFK for long periods of time. He doesn't try to participate or help his team in any way. He did just drop a turret, but again, that's just to prevent himself from going AFK and getting kicked from the match. The Genji comes over and takes him out, and he's just not doing anything to help. Just gonna AFK for a few seconds and stay in spawn, and again, goofing around a bit. He's gonna head back over there and just not help at all, not do anything. He's just gonna keep rapidly switching. I believe a Hanzo comes up here just purely by accident, and he ends up getting taken out. But you can see this through the rest of the match. Again, he just keeps coming up here, and like, he put the turret in the corner, so it wouldn't even help at that point. What he's doing right now is merely to prevent himself from getting kicked for AFK. That's it. He's not actually trying to help. He's just making sure that he does a little bit of damage so that the system doesn't kick him. And in this, again, he's AFK, kind of just sitting in the spawn room. But what he's going to do is he's actually going to avoid the capture point entirely, and he's going to run over to the enemy spawn room and then goof around over there. He's going to hide underneath this ramp here. And then he tries to attack the Hanzo, but he ends up getting taken out. And just feeding. And again, AFK. Still AFK. Oh, he started moving. Very, very obvious that this person is throwing and trying to derank this account. But this is only the first match. And this is that second match. We're again looking at that Torbjorn player who is actually going to play Bastion a little bit later on in this one. But as we can see, it's more of the same from the first match, just moving away from the entire fight and all of the players just run around goofing off. And I believe he's going to just run all the way to the corner now, just completely avoiding everything. Not participating. Again, just goofing off. And at some points, he'll run towards the enemy and just try to hit them with his hammers and stuff. But again, throws the turret out so that he doesn't go AFK, but then runs away because he doesn't want to actually help in any of the fights, right? He just wants to throw the match and have the account get deranked. We'll skip forward, and we see more of the same. And now he's just using emotes, not doing anything. Not helping at all. And not even moving at that point. And then switching over to the other side. So now he's using Bastion. And just AFKs, pretty much. I think he's going to move a little bit, but I mean, very obviously not helping in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And let's skip forward a little bit. He's up top. Again, staying away from the fight, staying away from the enemy altogether to not help in any way. And I think he ends up leaving the match. He's going to be AFK for a little while. Yeah, and again, AFK. But at that point, I think he just disconnects and he stays out of the match. I don't believe he ever returns. But it doesn't matter because he's still going to lose all of the SR and just D-rank. And, of course, his team's going to lose as a result as well. And this is why we need the agent program, because Blizzard's system, the automated system, is just way too slow. There needs to be player review for this sort of thing so that these kind of disruptive players who are throwing and deranking and cheating, they need to be banned way faster, because this is 2 matches that this player has ruined, that we just saw the 2 matches, but there are probably a dozen or more in addition to this. So it's just too slow with the current system. There needs to be agent review, and players like this need to be gone. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to be comment of the video, then leave yours, and while you're at it, ring the bell so you never miss a new video. Also, if you want to get some cool gear, join my Discord server, or follow me on social media, then check out the links down below. And remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault.